Okay, let's cut right to the chase. Last week, Affinity Publisher announced that they are going to be restoring their pricing back to pre-COVID pricing structure. They're going back to full price. Effective July 1st, you will no longer be able to get the 50% discount that they currently have in place. But the reason I believe that they're making this decision is they are probably anticipating making a major announcement sometime in the near future about the next version of the apps. This is 100% speculation. I don't actually know if this is true, but this is what I believe. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Conrad. I'm an artist and designer based in Southern California, and I want to talk about what's happening with Affinity. Okay, let's be honest. I don't really know. Let's just call it professional intuition and maybe a little bit of experience based on what's happened in the past with Affinity. Back in 2020, they actually initiated their first discount where they cut the prices by 50%, and then they brought them back. Shortly after that, they upgraded all their apps from version 1.8 to 1.9, and some of the changes in those apps were pretty significant. The app that got the most attention was Affinity Publisher, and it's a great program. I absolutely love Affinity Publisher. If you had to compare side by side all of the different apps to their Adobe counterpart, meaning Photo to Photoshop, Illustrator to Designer, and InDesign to Publisher, the one that is probably closest to its competitor is Affinity Publisher. Is it perfect? No. There are definitely some things that it can change, but it is pretty solid, and my list of demands of what I think Affinity needs to do to make Publisher that much better is much shorter than the other two apps. But we're going to talk about that. As well as this list being pretty short, some of these things are a little bit nitpicky. Just little things like tiny little workflow situations, mostly just little things that I would expect would be easier to do. The Affinity Publisher team did a pretty good job of answering a lot of these issues from the previous version, but this one in particular, it's small. It's tiny. It's this big. And it's not really that big a deal to work around, but I wish it was easier. And what I'm talking about is being able to manipulate the items that are on a master page, but on separate pages. So you can see I have my master page here. It's got this headline, it's got this circle. And I go to my first page, my regular page, and you got the circle and you got the headline, and you can see it's got those X's, which means it cannot be edited because it's on the master page. If I look at my layers palette over here, you can see master, and then anything that's on the page that isn't within the master. My first page has this gold triangle. My second page has this green triangle. Now, let's just say for our purposes that I wanted to, on this second page, I wanted to eliminate the headline. Well, how do I do that? Because I can't move it, right? I can't move it. Now, I don't exactly remember what the keyboard shortcut was in Adobe InDesign, but it was pretty simple. Like I hold Alt and click, Alt and maybe Shift click, Option, Shift click. And what that would do is that would turn the master page element on this particular page into a regular page element. So I would click it and then I could do something with it. I could delete it, I could move it around, I could edit it directly. And of course, I can edit this text here and on this page. But I can't really do anything else with it unless I go over here to my layers palette and I go and right click, and I've got these options here. I can edit linked, which means then I can click on anything here on the page and move it around, right? Actually, let's move all the rest. And what it does is it moves everything, but it also changes it on the master page itself. I can also go and edit detached, and that way on this page, I can go and delete that, hit finish, and then it has been deleted from there and there, but it's still on the master page and it's still here. And if I go and drop that master page back onto that page, you can see it came back. They have the functionality, but it's a little bit more work to do it. Like I have to come over here and right click and then do this and then go there and do that, as opposed to in Adobe InDesign where I just option click and then I can just edit it myself. Again, nitpicky, but it's something. Another nitpicky thing that bothers me just a tiny bit is when I go into my text styles here, you can see I have my body and I've got my headings and my numbers and my bullets and all that stuff. But what I would like to be able to do easily is to just click and drag and reorder these. So my heading would go up on top of my body, because the way I think is the hierarchy of the text on the page. The heading would go there, the subheading, then the title, and then the body, and then, whatever it is. All those different things, I would like to see them in my text styles palette in that order. But I can't really do that. I name it body, and then it's going to go to the top because body goes to the top, and H is after B, and so headings go down. The only way I can see to do this is to actually change the name. So if I went in here, double clicked on heading, and changed the name to something like 1.heading1, because I have multiple headings, then I click OK, and then that one jumps to the top. And then if I double click on heading 2, I can do, let's say, 2, heading 2, and then make sure that I change it based on the previous heading. Where is it? Where are you? Okay, there we go. And then it gets nested in there. And one of the things that I've noticed is that if you can change here about how it is organized, it's not it doesn't have a lot of flexibility, but it has something. So you can show hierarchical, which is what I did here. The heading 2 follows underneath heading 1 because it is based on that. If I open up body, you can see that box and drop cap and initial words and line above, line below, all of these things are based on the body. And so they are nested underneath body, even though they are really kind of like maybe not necessarily need to be there, but that's the way they are. So I wish I could more easily reorganize these the way I want rather than just these simple, basic, like hierarchy based on their hierarchy or their name. I have to hack it in order to get it to do what I want, as opposed to being able to just click and drag and move it wherever I want it. I would like a little bit more control. Give me some more autonomy with this stuff, please, Affinity. Now, this next one's kind of huge, and I'm honestly shocked that it wasn't automatically added into the last version of Affinity Publisher, and that is EPUB export. Being able to export your document as an EPUB so that you can publish it on places like Kindle or something of that nature. Maybe Affinity doesn't see that as their forte, but I bet you could probably gain a lot more people if you gave them that option of being able to export as an EPUB. I can't imagine that it's that difficult to implement, but I again, not a programmer. I have no idea how this stuff works, but I believe that that's something that would, give them a leg up because to my knowledge, you can't do that out of InDesign, but again, I could be wrong. And if InDesign does have it, and if any publisher doesn't, well, come on. And finally, something that I don't necessarily use myself, but I've had a lot of people in the community make these comments, having some sort of substantial PDF tools. You can't just export as PDF and just be fine with it. Like something that is on par with Acrobat's level of PDF formatting. The security aspects, all the hyperlinks and the data and all that stuff, being able to do that more easily and have a lot more control like you do in Acrobat. Does Affinity have to go and make a separate program to have something of that level? I don't know. That being said, I believe that Publisher does have the potential to have a lot more PDF capabilities coming in the future, and that might make things more palatable for the people who haven't switched over from Adobe yet, because there's billions of them. Probably not billions, but some. And legitimately, that is it. To my particular expertise and needs, Affinity Publisher is pretty spot on. Aside from a few nitpicky things just in the workflow, I believe that it actually is a substantial program, and I understand why they would want this to be like the backbone of everything else. Just the fact that they implemented Studio Link up on that program before they put it up anywhere else tells me that they are really kind of using this app as their main thing, and then they're going to start pushing some of that functionality over to the other apps. That seems weird because Designer's obviously been around longer, Photo's been around longer, and but I believe that this is the base of operations for them now, and then they're just going to start bringing in the functionality as they can and integrating everything a little bit better. And wrapping it all up, I'm not unhappy even a little bit for all of the stuff that I've had to work around in Affinity, whether it is Designer, Photo, or Publisher. I'm not upset about any of that. These are just the little things from the community that maybe Affinity might be paying attention to, and I'm pretty sure they are. I know they occasionally watch my videos and they check out what I do, so maybe they're listening. Maybe they'll actually take some of what I have to say into account. And if you are listening to Affinity, understand that it's not just me. These are the things that people in my community have actually said. So, pay attention, please. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here, but now before I ask you, is there anything about Publisher that I missed? If there was something that you wish you could do more of in Affinity Publisher, go down to the comments and let that ride. Let's see what kind of conversation we can get started on that, and if Affinity is paying attention, there's your opportunity to tell them about it. And while you're headed down there, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell because you never want to miss a thing. Who knows exactly what the future holds for Affinity? I don't exactly know if they're going to be releasing 2.0, in the near future, but I do anticipate it coming soon, and I do anticipate that some of these things will get implemented. Will they all? Probably not. But hopefully the ones that we need the most get done first. Okay, I'm gone. Guys, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya. Hey, as usual, those are for you.